Hello guys and welcome to this League of Legends commentary video featuring me, Alicia, playing Wukong in the jungle, a very underestimated jungle, I might say. We're doing this commentary in a different way than the last one that I did. Today we're using lolreplay, which is causing that attempt to reconnect thing to appear, and which is a bug in lolreplay, unfortunately. I can't do anything about it.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
The runes that I'm using are 7 armor penetration marks. Goddamn, that volume was high. 7 armor penetration marks. There goes first blood at top really early to gangplank. But as I was saying, 7 armor penetration marks, 3 AD marks, armor seals, resistance glyphs, and flat AD Quints. Now there's a lot of action happening at top. I'm going to spend most of the early game farming to get those items that I'm after. I'm starting off with a lifesteal after I've done my first route in the jungle, because Wukong lacks a lot of sustains in the jungle. The masteries that I'm going are 2109 if I no, that's wrong actually. I'm going 2190 actually, because I don't really need that extra mana region on Wukong. Here I'm waiting to gank Syndra, but nothing is really happening. It actually takes a while for me to get out and gank in this game, but when I finally do, I believe I succeed fairly well, as you will see. Katarina gets ganked mid and dies. Some lag there for some reason, I don't know what that was. Since we have Katarina mid, I get to take this blue. I have no idea what they're doing. They go in one by one in a group of 3 and then they just die. But the opponents that I face here and the people on my team aren't level 30s, so that probably explains it, because I'm in a duo queue, normal game, with my friend Dr. Sins, who's playing Soraka on bottom lane with a Shogath, a rather weird bot lane combination. Here I stand and wait to get out and gank with Wukong, starting out with stealth and then jumping onto her, getting back again, giving her the impression that I just gave up. And I do. I thought that I would go back and gank her this time. I believe I do so later. And those 3 on the other team keeps going together and killing off mid and top. I'm getting rather frustrated at this top player because he dies in situations where he shouldn't die. And overall our team doesn't look too good right now. But here I go in and save Soraka here at bottom, getting Blitzcrank. And I think I'm gonna get Ashe, but Katarina goes in and killsteals her at the last second. But you know, it doesn't matter because she's a carry as well, and I would usually only call it killsteal if the support did it. I mean, all the carriers need kills, so as long as more people get involved in the kill, it's all good in my opinion. Take the 3rd blue, going over to Wolves. The game doesn't look too good for us here in the early games, since the other team keeps getting kills on and on. Here I jump in again on Blitzcrank, can't really kill him. Katarina finishes him off. We back off, or I give them impression that I do. Go in back in stealth, smashes a little bit on Ashe. And I believe that I stealth again and then go in on her and we can finish it off. And again Katarina finishes says my kills off, but as I said, it doesn't really matter. Olaf comes there at the last second and yeah, kills me. There should have been wards in the river, so I can only blame my friend, the support, for that. Anyways, no reason to start crying. Trying to get that red so I can gank a lot easier. Going in for the bottom lane, since they're all pretty low and Ashe can't really do any damage. Getting Olaf and Blitzcrank, and Katarina takes that last kill again. But as I said, the involvement is always good. Though I like to point out there that I killed them and she just last hits them. That's very important to me. Although I like to help my teammates out. Keep clearing that jungle to get all those creeps. I believe that I'm way ahead of the rest of my team in creep farm. Going top, trying to gank Olaf, but Gangplank appears to be some sort of person that doesn't like to go to school and learn stuff, because I don't know what he was thinking there. He should have gone in right away on Olaf, but I believe that we kill him after all. And Mundo, actually. Yes, we did. Meanwhile, they focus on pushing the top tower. I make sure to steal their red and leaving the small minions, so the lizard won't respawn and they won't get red. Shogath keeps feeding there at bottom. I don't know why you would choose Shogath when instead of a proper AD carry. Getting my 4th blue, which is rather neat for me. Even though I don't really need that cooldown reduction and mana regen, it helps me immensely. But it shouldn't be needed. But it makes me a hell of a lot stronger. Going in, poking Olaf a little bit. Passing him around so I can attack the most important target, Syndra, which is rather fed at this point. Tricking Olaf where I was going. And as Wukong, he has such great mechanics which allows him to jump in and out of combat all the time with his W, and it's just so fantastic to make use of it. Luckily for me, Ashe's arrow doesn't do that much in close combat, however it's enough for her to just escape with very little HP, although she burnt her heal, so it wasn't in vain. Recalling, gotten Trinit Force and a Brutalizer. That cooldown reduction from Brutalizer is really good on Wukong. Here I go in on them again when they're low HP. Getting them all down actually, I think. I believe that yes, I fool Ashe in thinking I went back, and since I have that Trinit Force, I'm fast enough to track her down and kill her. I'm actually really fed now. Trinit Force after or before 30 minutes is actually pretty good. Especially with a Brutalizer. I don't really feel that I need Wriggle's Lantern on Wukong, because I mainly just get Wriggle's Lantern on junglers that can solo Dragon fairly easily. And Wukong isn't one of those champions that does that too well. I'm terribly sorry for that attempt to reconnect bug, but I can't really do that much about it. Going in again, hitting the most important target, Syndra, which is their strongest carry right now. Katarina took care of Ashe, which was great. I don't really understand why people tend to focus tanks in teamfights. I do not understand what they think they'll get from it. Always attack the strongest carry if you want to win the game. I'm going 9-1-7 right now. Might as well been 16-1-0 considering how many kills I would have gotten if Katarina wouldn't been around. But hey, as I said, it's just good with involvements. The team gets a lot more gold. The only thing that gets to suffer is my self-esteem. Gangplank stays behind a bit too long and gets caught by the enemy that respawned. Going for my 5th blue, I believe it was. Going in on Olaf, he hits like a truck, so do I. Although Olaf is a rather strong and common pick right now, or has been for a while, since armor doesn't really affect him, because he gets armor penetration of his ultimate and his pure damage just wrecks right through that stuff. They want to go Baron. I do not want to go Baron, since all of them are up, and even though it's pretty even and I'm very fed right now, you can't really risk that. You never know when you lose a team fight. I make sure to take the last hits there at top. The rest of my team keeps a hard pressure here in mid. I believe we have quite a standoff here. Nothing really happens until someone gets grabbed or something. Can't really remember what happens. Someone gets grabbed, I believe. No, they just engage on us and Gangplank dies again, might I add. I am waiting here a while for right opportunity to come to engage on them. And I hesitate there for a moment, but then it actually took quite a while before... There, when their Ashe fired her arrow, then I went in and go right after Syndra again, and after that I go for Ashe. Tricking them into thinking that I was stealthy, because I thought they would be able to turn on me, then going back and killing Olaf. Go back in, kill Blitzcrank. As you see, you benefit a lot from playing passive sometime. If I just would have stayed there and kept hitting them, even though I didn't have my stealth up, I probably would have died, since all 4 of them might as well just could have turned on me. And instead we killed everyone, apart from Ashe. Now, when we've pushed and some of them are down... Oh no, never mind, I thought we were going to do Baron, but it turns out we didn't. Now I have a fairly strong offensive as well as a defense. I bought a Bloodthirster. Speaking of that, I'm getting fairly thirsty myself right now. To get that lifesteal and lots of damage, as well as a Guardian Angel. So just in case, if they would kill me, I would just jump back up and stealth away or engage again with my W. Gangplank keeps making this game a challenge. They engage on Shogath, I jump in, use my ultimate, hits 4 of them, and I just completely smash them down with it. Getting down Olaf as well, chasing down Mundo. He doesn't stand a chance on my Phage and my red buff. Going 14-1-10 now, fairly good. I'm also able to tank the tower fairly well, without any concern of Ashe, since she is fairly shut down by this point. Shogath takes a bit too many hits from the tower for some reason. I don't know why he kept standing there. And dies. Now, when people have died and they have to defend at their base, we make sure to take Baron at a safe time. We get that fairly easy. Syndra gets close and wants to contest. She stays around a bit too long and engages a bit too early. Queen jumps in and kills her with ease. And then we go in on the rest of the team, goes for Ashe. here I'm just panicking right now because I'm getting low and I'm just mashing buttons on and on. And I actually thought that I would die here with all the CC and damage, but I just barely stay alive thanks to my Bloodthirster and I believe some heals from Straka as well. So after that we just finishing the game and when everyone's dead. I hope you like this type of commentary. Let me know which one of the types of commentaries you liked, the pre-recorded one or this one in LOL replay. Thank you so much for watching and leave a comment below and like the video if you liked it. Goodbye!